Hey guys, here we go into a film study on Eleider Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev, and we're going to talk about how Eleider Alvarez was able to get the knockout. First, the post-fight. Well, I'll talk about the post-fight breakdown after, but I just want to get into the film study real quick, so those of you that came here just for the film study can move on. Maybe nobody wants to hear that stuff, but we're going to go ahead and get into it. So I talked about in my prediction video that Alvarez doesn't really layer his jab. He doesn't feint a lot. He doesn't have an active guard, and it was going to be very easy for Kovalev to time him. As we can see right here, we have Kovalev timing him on that front foot step. Eleider Alvarez rocks forward and shoots off the front foot. I think I talked about that in the pre-fight build-up. Here he is shooting the jab, and Kovalev timing him, and Kovalev timing him again as he rocks forward, shoots that jab, and eats a jab. And then Kovalev starts timing him as he steps in with his jab again and times him with the right hand right there. You can clearly see him landing the right hand. And as he's able to do this, as Kovalev is able to time him and take the jab away from Eleider Alvarez, although Alvarez was having success with the jab early in the rounds before Kovalev was able to find the timing and pick up on the speed and how fast the shot was coming off the timing, by the time the 7th round rolled around, Kovalev had basically taken Eleider Alvarez's effectiveness of his jab completely away. As you can see, even on the timings where he's not countering the jab, he's able to move away and then counter him here. And then Eleider Alvarez, when he's not punching, as you can see, he's on that same timing. Kovalev knows that when he steps forward and he doesn't punch and he goes into his high guard, he can just kind of let punches go and kind of catch him with shots. And then again, when Alvarez shoots that jab, he's able to slip it and start going shots to the body, and then stop Alvarez from being effective at all with his jab, because the timing was so easy. And that's exactly what Kovalev does so well, is take away people's jabs, and then people just don't know how to layer their offense without it, and he usually knocks them out. But as you can see here, Alvarez has understanding that timing, that Kovalev is timing him on that step forward and goes into his high guard. But Alvarez makes an adjustment here. Look at how he jabs to the body, but look at this first step. He kind of changes levels first, and he goes for a jab to the body instead, and Kovalev doesn't counter him. He doesn't have the timing for it because it comes off of the back foot. It doesn't come off of that leaning forward and then shooting the jab. It comes off of the back foot as he's rocking back, and then he changes levels and then goes for a jab to the body. And he notices that Kovalev doesn't counter him. Kovalev does something. He turns away from the jab, right? Turns away just a little bit, as you can see here. And he does that same thing that Lipinets has a lot of problems with. And he gets kind of in a position where he can't really slip the jab or slip the right hand after. And then Eleider Alvarez notices that, feints his jab to the body, and then goes to the head instead. Now, I don't know what happened to my video real quick, but let me just go back. But again, he goes to the body, a little slight change in his level, and Kovalev is not able to time it that well. So he does the same thing, shoots forward with the jab to the body, and my video's freezing again. Gets Kovalev to think it's a jab to the body, and then goes to the head again. I don't know why my video's freezing right here again. But let's see if I'll just play it straight through and see if it'll kind of go. Come on, VLC, you're killing me. You're killing me. What's wrong with you? I'm going to have to buy a real video player. But as you can see, he goes low, gets Kovalev to think it's going to be a jab to the body, and then makes the adjustment with the right hand upstairs. A beautiful adjustment from Alvarez in a fight that he was clearly losing. Kovalev, I think, was on his way to knocking Alvarez out. I think Kovalev, for the most part, had control of the fight. And I agreed with Harold Letterman's scorecard. I thought that, the first 2 rounds could have really gone either way. Alvarez was really fast. He was faster than I expected. And I don't think that is actually that he was faster than he normally is. But Kovalev really likes to fight really close to his opponents. Whereas a lot of fighters they like to have that little gap in between where each fighter is in range. Kovalev likes to be like, nose and nose. He likes to be like right in your range of his punches. right? And he's confident in his abilities to slip them, counter them. You know, he has good head movement, and he fights able to move off the line really well. And it made Alvarez look so much quicker because they were so much closer. Alvarez often didn't have to step really far with his jab, and telegraph his shots, like he did against Chilemba, like we watched, and it made Alvarez look really, really quick. But this is a great fight. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was impressed with Alvarez's composure. You know, I thought that, you know, they were maybe 2 rounds away from stopping this fight. And Kovalev was going to, you know, just get another win. It was a great fight. It was entertaining to watch. And Alvarez made an adjustment, a brilliant adjustment, in finding a way to disguise his right hand with that slight little duck and that jab to the body, to get Kovalev, you know, off of his game plan, to take away that timing that Kovalev was just dominating him with. It was a great job from him. And it's interesting because maybe Kovalev could have done what Bivol did, you know, after winning, you know, 5 of the first 7 rounds, or 5 of the first 6 rounds, and just coasted. You know, I think that's what was wrong with Bivol's approach to, in his fight that night. I actually missed the first 4 rounds, in which they said that it was a beating. And then Bivol, I just got to watch the rounds basically where Bivol coasted and looked like he was, you know, not putting it on Chilemba, which really surprised me. But I think that he was probably promised the winner of this fight. I think everyone assumed that Kovalev was going to win this fight. I know I did. And I think Bivol thought, that's why he was talking, I think a fight between me and Kovalev can happen in December, because I think that's what he was promised, was the winner of this fight. Unfortunately for him, I don't think he's going to get it right away. You know, Kovalev's a warrior. I think he's going to elect to fight Alvarez for a second time, for his rematch clause. I think that he will do it. I think that he should do it. And then, you know, if he wins, continue his career. If not, he's going to have to get back on that horse, and everyone's going to have a really good reason not to fight him, and it's going to be a really tough go for him if he wants to make another run at the light heavyweight titles. Anyway, that's my opinion about why Bivol didn't really put out, because that was his safety fight. All he had to do was win to kind of guarantee his golden goose, you know. But a great win for Alvarez. Well deserved. The fact that he was able to make those adjustments, stay composed, and continue thinking in the fight is wildly impressive, especially when you have a fighter like Kovalev who's really putting it on you, and everything that you do just doesn't seem to be working super well. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Sorry for the video coming out so late. I didn't have any footage. I literally just found this footage 20 minutes ago, and I chopped it up. And it's only the 7th round, so thank you whoever posted it. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks, guys. Also, don't forget to like me on Twitter, and follow me on Facebook, or like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Man, I don't know, man. But also, I'm thinking about some ideas for some Patreon stuff. And I know, like, a lot of people that follow me are like amateur fighters, and I'm thinking about doing kind of like a coaching thing. You know, maybe for a couple dollars a month, I can review some of your footage and give you guys a few minute, like, personal breakdowns of things to work on for sparring or technique or whatever. And it'd be part of the Patreon program. But let me know if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. If you guys are, you know, I know, like, it's YouTube. There's so much free content out there. You know, that's great. But if I could make a living doing some of this stuff and helping people, more importantly, I'm more interested in, you know, helping people. But I just don't always have the time to do it. You know, I work full time. I go to school, and I'm trying to do this, and I have a girlfriend. And it's just a lot of work, you know. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any Patreon ideas, if you guys would be interested in it. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Thanks, guys.